Hi guys, welcome back to Tamo Show. It's your girl Sheila here. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Today we have almost a full face of NYX. You know NYX. NYX they've given us so many gems out here, but they're famous for their butter glosses. Yeah, those guys. Anyways, we're not talking about the butter glosses today. So we're talking about the Bare With Me Blur range. Today I'm going to be trying out both the foundation and the concealer. Yeah, because I didn't believe in this serum concealer when I first saw it launched last year. And I was like, I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. I was just like, no, thank you. Keep it away from me. But you know what? They came out with this and I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, so today I'm going to be reviewing this. I'm going to be doing a wear test. I'm going to be swatching and showing you guys hopefully if it's a shade match. I'm going to stop rambling and let you guys get straight into the video. Alright guys, so let's get straight into it. I know that we're really here for the NYX Blurring Tint Foundation, but I've heard so many good things about the concealer as well, so I just thought might as well try both of them out at the same time, because why not, you know? Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some details on the Bare With Me Blur Tint Foundation. It comes in 24 shades. It is a medium coverage foundation and it's meant to have a matte finish. So I picked up the shade 19, which is a shade deep golden, which means there's 6 shades darker than this. The fact that it's a skin tone, I'm not too worried about the shade range, because if this was like NYX coming out with 24 shades for a foundation, I'd be like, But I'm hoping that a lot of the shades can work for like multiple skin tones, and that's why we don't have as many, which will be, I hope will be fine. To be honest, with this shade I really just picked because I bought this in store. So yeah, it's available at Superdrug. I got this in store and this was the closest shade to my skin tone. I'm looking at the website now and it's looking like I could have gotten away with other shades, but it's fine, we're here now. Go ahead and swatch on, because yeah, that's why we're here. So I'm gonna put a little at the back of my hand. That's what the color looks like. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But... oh, and also, by the way, I have done my usual skin prep. For those of you who don't know what that is, I will link it in the description box for you guys to see. But skin prep is done as normal. I think that's an interesting shade match. Like, looking at my mirror and the camera, it doesn't necessarily, it's not this exact same color as my face, which makes sense because my face is kind of darker than my neck and chest area. So, but it blends into my neck nicely, so that's good. And I will say that for a skin tint, I am getting a lot of coverage here. I definitely was expecting very light coverage, but she's doing what she's supposed to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the foundation all over my face and we're gonna get into it. I haven't quite decided if I want to apply this with a brush or sponge. I feel like with the sponge, it's gonna take away from the coverage, and this is already a medium coverage product. So I am a little worried about using a sponge right now, to be honest, but I'm still doing it. I might blend out the other side using a brush, just to see if there is any kind of added benefit from using a brush. So far I've only used one kind of dot on this side of my face. So first thing I have to say about this tint foundation is that it's actually medium coverage. It's actually, I think you can actually build the coverage, and I'm seeing a lot more coverage than I was expecting. And the first thing that's kind of reminding me of is the Fenty Eavesdrop skin tint, which is kind of giving me an idea to maybe review them side by side, but not in this video, because I actually want to get like how I feel about this foundation by itself before I start comparing it to other things. But honestly, so far, in terms of coverage, in terms of how it's feeling on my skin, it's feeling very lightweight. It's feeling very like, it's just feeling very lightweight. It's feeling like you can definitely build up on it, and it's just looking good. Like I'm liking this so far. Okay, so this is what I look like with foundation on both sides. I know I said I was going to blend out this side with a brush, but I didn't end up doing that because I couldn't find any clean foundation brushes. So I stuck with the beauty blender. I did have a go on with this side with a little bit more as well, just to build up that coverage. Bear in mind I use a beauty blender, which means I'm not getting like the full impact like or coverage that I could, because I feel like with beauty blenders and most foundation products, you just don't tend to get that much the same amount of coverage as you would if you had to use a brush. So it's definitely something that you can build on or you can tone down depending on what you want, what you like. And for my oily skin girls, I know that when we hear tint, we just think, no thank you, not for me, we need long wear, we need matte. But this is a tint foundation which is also matte, and it does feel matte, but when I say it feels matte, it doesn't feel like drying or like my face doesn't feel stiff or anything. But I'm just saying, like, when I look at my face, it looks matte, but I feel like I'm not gonna guess on what it's gonna look like in a couple of hours, but so far I'm hyped for it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm hyped for it. And moving on swiftly, I'm gonna move on to the concealers. I know they were released last year, but I haven't had the chance to pick them up. I just wasn't interested, mainly because it said serum, and I was like I'm so sure that's not for me. So I picked up two concealers. I picked up in the shade Deep Golden and in the shade Sand. So this is the shade Deep Golden. If you guys remember, my foundation is also called Deep Golden, but they look nothing alike, in my opinion. I don't know why I have pumped up so much, I've put out so much, but I'm going to go in and apply this first and then see if I need the other shade. I was struggling for a little bit just now because I'm so used to like foundations having, sorry, not foundations, concealers having like doe foot applicators, so I don't necessarily have to get something else to apply it with. So I was just like, so I went and I picked up the wrong brush, but I was trying to pick up the brush I was gonna blend. I picked up the brush that I was gonna blend out my concealer with. But I was like, how do I get it from the back of my hand to my face? Immediately I can tell that this is not like a super duper highlighting shade for me. I think it's gonna be like very skin tony type of vibe, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that if it's your vibe, you know. So I'm just putting it everywhere I'd usually highlight. And so what I usually do is I let my concealer sit for a bit while I blend out my bronzer. So that's the same thing I'm going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be using the Made by Mitchell Blend and Snatch liquid blusher as my bronzer. Again, if you've been following me on this page, you know how I feel about this, you know that I love it. Yes, honestly my skin is having such a hard time with all this like spots popping up, and I don't know why. It's trying to embarrass me but I'm not gonna let it embarrass me. Okay, I'm just gonna go off camera and blend this all out, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've applied some bronzer on my face, so I'm just gonna blend out this concealer. So I actually thought this concealer would be like super dark. Well, not super dark, but I just thought it wouldn't brighten at all. That's why I got the other shade, but I am not mad at it. I actually don't hate it. My whole face is literally just giving me my skin but better. I have decided that I'm not gonna go in with the shade Sand because why? What's the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
I don't feel like I need to. I feel like once I put my powder on, it will make this a bit more like bright, and also I'm not going anywhere, so I don't need a super bright under eye. I'm literally gonna film and do other stuff at home. So yeah, I think she's cute. I think she's like an everyday your skin but better, natural, radiant kind of blurred skin kind of vibe. So let's keep it that way. Okay, so I'm done blending out my under eye. I am just going to go off camera and do the rest of my face. Then I'm going to come back and check in with you before we do the wear test. So I have set my face, you know, with some powder and use some setting spray. I haven't done my eyes or my lips or anything. So I just thought that I need to check in now because it's getting a little late. It's 4:23 p.m. right now, so you guys can see that. So I'm just going to start the wear test now, and I'll come back and let you guys know my thoughts and, you know, first impressions and whatever else. But yeah, this is what we're looking like so far. Honestly, I don't know if you guys are picking this up, but honestly, when it comes to like, it's giving me this filter look. When I, you know, try to do my TikToks and my pictures and everything, that there's this like very filtered, flawless kind of vibe that's going on there, and I'm loving it. I'm really liking that. Also, another thing I would say is this is definitely a medium coverage kind of product. I know I said that you could build it up before, but I don't think you can get like full, you know, Estee Lauder double wear coverage or like Nars soft matte coverage. I don't think you're going to be able to get that, but it's definitely medium to light depending on how you wear it, because I feel like if you had, because I have like some spots and stuff, and usually like when I do have spots, when I put my foundation on, they don't like peek through as much, but with this I feel like all the spots are still there. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's not like a big like one. They're quite small, so they should be able to disappear, you know, a little bit under the makeup, but they just don't seem to have done that. They seem to be there. So yeah, just at that point, just do things out before I forgot. And yeah, I will be back. I'll actually check in with you guys in a little while just to show you guys the final look, and then I will check in again when I'm completely done with the wear test to sign out. So yeah, I'll speak to you guys in a bit. It is now 5:11, so I've had this on for almost an hour. No, it didn't take me an hour to do my eyes and lashes and put some gloss on. It's just, yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not 5:10, so I'm gonna check in with you guys later. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys the final look before it looked super oily or whatever it's gonna look like at the end of this. Yeah, so take a picture so the memory lasts. Okay, I kid. All right, guys, because he's back. It is me. I know I look a little oily, but you know, stop it, okay? It is 9:44 p.m. Yeah, it's 9:44 p.m. So I've had this on for roughly 6 hours, 5 hours. I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. I can't really remember when I started this. I think I started at 4. So this is what we look like. I'm only going to focus on this side of my face. So first things first, we're going to talk about the foundation. I would say it's medium coverage. You can make it lighter coverage if that's what you want. There's potential to make it full coverage. However, I feel like you'd need to use a lot of product, and I don't know if that would necessarily be good for your skin and how that affects the longevity. I'm kind of oily in all my usual places, so I'm not seeing anything drastically different. So my T-zone's oily, and then the oil is kind of seeping through like on my cheeks and just around my chin as well. So yeah, I'm oily in all the usual places. I don't see any patches in the foundation. Everything just looks like how it was a couple of hours ago, except for the oily T-zone. Yeah, there's no patchiness, there's no flaking. And honestly guys, this photographs so nicely. I can't explain it. With the right lighting and this foundation and serum, everything, you just look amazing. Like, you just look great. In terms of the blurring, because I know it does say it's like they're both like blurring products, there's a bit of like a blurring effect, which comes into the fact that I said like it looks really good when you photograph it. Like if you wanted a filter in a bottle, if your aim was, oh my god, how can I get, you know, an Instagram filter, like a TikTok filter in a bottle, this is literally that. Trust me, even if your skin isn't perfect, you put this on, your skin will definitely go up a level or two. You know, you just look a little extra something. I have no issues with this foundation. The concealer has also pleasantly surprised me because of that, like, oh, serum word in the title. I kind of just thought, oh, maybe it'll be like, you know, it's gonna like start moving and it's just gonna crease and be patchy, or like just like, you know, whatever. But no, like honestly, looking at this side of my face, my under eye concealer has stayed in place. She has stayed in place. She has not moved. She's like, I'm here to stay for the rest of the day. Yeah, I really don't have anything negative to say about either one of these products. They are definitely going into my everyday stash. This is going to be like, you know, going to work, or I want to look cute but I don't really want to like spend too much time doing my makeup. These are the products. They will get you there, no problem. Would I recommend this product? Definitely, I would say yes. And if you're someone with combination skin like mine, you're good to go. If you have oilier skin, I would say set with the right powders, because this is obviously after 5 hours. It can get a bit like if you produce a lot more oils than I do, then you want to make sure you're setting your face with the right powder. Personally, I don't really recommend for people with dry skin to use matte foundations, but this isn't an uncomfortable matte, even though I've said that. So you can try it out, but also maybe make it more hydrating, maybe have a really hydrating base to kind of just help it along. But like I say, the actual like formulation of this is amazing. Like, so I'm just gonna go around my oily bits and pat that oil in with this brush. I haven't applied any other products to it. I just, you know, took away some of that shine without adding any more products to my face. Yeah, like I said, it feels incredibly lightweight. I have no problems with it. I will be testing this out on another day. I feel like today I mostly was indoors. I really want to see how this holds up with like a full day of like me being outside and me, you know, sweating and all that stuff, because I didn't really have the opportunity to do that today. But I will keep you guys posted in the comment section. And that is pretty much it for me, guys. And on that note, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys some other time.